Hello, we've got some things to do today.
Oh really, what's that?
We've got a predator to expose. So yes, as you probably expected, we're here to expose a predator in the Roblox community. Now, as you guys are probably already aware, Roblox is under a lot of scrutiny right now because of the recent Schlep termination and also the after effects of that. We've seen some of the biggest YouTubers like Creekcraft and Flamingo respond, and we've also seen creators threatening to drop out of the Star Creator program. So Roblox is definitely facing a lot of pressure. And it's really difficult to see this, I can't lie to you. What's even more difficult is the fact that I now bear the responsibility of exposing yet another predator in the Roblox community. The case that we've got today is quite a unique case, if I'm being honest with you. I'd like to introduce you to SimoneEcho, otherwise known as Ashley. I've just spent around, I'd say 4 or so hours on a phone call with somebody who is also infuriated by the situation, and we've discovered quite a lot about Ashley and her activities while on Roblox. Before we continue, I'd like to make it clear that some of the topics discussed in today's video may be offensive to some viewers. With that out of the way, I think it's time we get straight into it. So Simone is a 41-year-old bus driver who is also married and has 3 children. Now, some people may think that's way too far to reveal that and it's too much personal information, but I feel that those details are necessary for as this video goes on, because what's about to be spoken about really is truly disgusting. So Simone created her account roughly 5 years ago, which would have placed her at 36 when she created her Roblox account. Now, I don't know what she got up to on her first few years on the platform, but all I do know is what has happened recently, as this is what I've been informed about by other people. Prior to this, I don't think she had any sort of presence on social media, but looking back at old posts, we can see that she is a big fan of Trump, which is something that I took note of instantly. Not only that, but she reposted tweets showing support for Kyle Rittenhouse. She's also put out tweets about vaccinations during COVID, one being a middle finger to a school that posted about vaccinations, and the other basically saying that she won't be wearing face masks out in public, which I will make clear no one cares about. It's your health that you're putting at risk. Now, these tweets are from years ago. Her views might have changed, but from what I've heard about her recently, I don't think they have. I also know they haven't because I checked her husband's Facebook and he's still an avid Trump fan over there, so yeah. I should probably get into the reason why I'm making this video, and it's accusations that SimoneEcho has faced in recent months. Let's go. Now, I don't know how the conversation started between Simone and the victim, but I do know that it was started on Discord. Now, the victim in this situation is supposedly 16 years old, and I know somebody's going to say it's 16 years old. That doesn't seem that bad, you need to understand, but this is a 41-year-old woman we're talking about. It's not a 19 or 20-year-old teenager. Eventually, one thing led to another, and the victim suggested transferring the conversation over to Snapchat so Simone could feel a sense of security when talking to them. I'm not entirely sure why a 41-year-old would even be talking to a 16-year-old in the first place. I'm even more confused on why they would transfer the conversation over to Snapchat, but you're about to find out why in a second. From here, Simone proceeds to create a Snapchat under the alias Azuri Simone and proceeds to send a link to the victim to add her on the Snapchat. The victim then proceeds to add her, and from here the conversation just gets completely vulgar.
Hey!
Hi, you can still ruin me.
What the fuck? We are only 3 messages in and it's just... I have no words. The second she got a sense of security once leaving a platform that could potentially expose her wrongdoings, she instantly showed her true intentions to a 16-year-old. Now, the video with all the chat logs is about 2 minutes long and the conversation is vulgar on both sides, but she did start it and it is still a 16-year-old who doesn't know any better compared to a 41-year-old who should definitely know better. I'll only be picking out parts of it that I think are necessary for the video, and I'll be leaving out the completely vulgar things because I just don't think they should be included, although You can imagine what's being said in these chat logs. Honestly, that's all I'm comfortable with including in this video. I don't want to include any more, but you can imagine the chat logs. It's truly disgusting that this communication even happened, and it's scary because this could happen to your child. It could happen to anybody. From what I've been told, Simone targets teenage boys, which makes the next piece of information I'm going to share with you even more concerning. After this communication took place, I'm assuming the victim eventually ended up reporting Simone to many different games on Roblox that she was part of, and as a result of it she got banned, which means that there must be substantiality to these claims and there must be more evidence out there that I don't have my hands on that further incriminate her. Sadly though, that isn't the worrying information. The worrying information, and there's probably no surprise here, SimoneEcho is still an active member on Roblox and she still plays on a daily basis. This can be confirmed through the next piece of information that I'm going to provide. After being banned, she ended up transferring over to another community, which was also a donation game. And her introduction into the game's Discord server was rather interesting. Who is owner and community manager? I need to discuss an issue. I don't know if I'm welcome here, so I want to share my side of the story. There are lies being spread about me. I am looking for a home, a family that will support me. I don't want to cause any problems at all. Lol. They are saying I am a... Not only did she try and manipulate her way into the community with words, she also tried to manipulate her way into the community with money. Hundreds of thousands of Robux spent on a game that she had just joined, just days after those messages were supposedly exchanged between her and the victim. I don't know about you, but to me, that just looks extremely suspicious. And it hasn't stopped there because she still donates on the game to this day. And the concerning thing is the majority of people that she donates to is young boys. Boys around about that age of the victim that she's already been in communication with. When confronted about the situation recently, she had this to say: "Someone who is 18 years old deliberately posed as being 16 and engaged with me under that lie. I want to make it very clear, I would never knowingly interact inappropriately with someone underage. I was lied to again, and this time I've learned just how far some people will go to trap and twist the truth. This wasn't just miscommunication, this was intentional manipulation. Once I learned the truth, I backed off completely, but by then they had already taken screenshots and started circulating things in a way that misrepresents who I am and what really happened." Now, there's so much to unpack from that message, but the first thing is going to be her husband. She is married. We need to keep this in mind. That's one of the things that I'd said right at the start of the video. She is married and she has children, and she's being unfaithful to her husband on the internet with children, no less, teenage boys. Now, whether her husband knows this is happening or not is a completely different story, but I'd like to hope that he doesn't, and I'd like to hope when he finds out that he takes action against this. No doubt, if Simone sees this video, she's gonna end up accusing me of trying to frame her, and it wasn't her that actually participated in those chats, but she's already admitted that she participated in those chats, but she thought the person was either 16 or 18. I don't know if she messed up her words there, but to me it sounds like she's saying that she thought they were 16. Now, before I end this video, I've got one final screenshot to show you, and it's from one of the Discord servers that she was banned from, or one of the games, I'm not too sure. Azuri Simone was banned, and I think we can name you the biggest paedophile that we've experienced in the game. Let's start from the top. Talking weirdly to dozens of people who were underage in a very flirtatious way. For instance, telling a kid, "I could be your mummy." You originally claimed that your previous allegations were false, but you couldn't resist yourself. You simply proved your guilt as time went on, as you couldn't resist the urge to flirt with children. Given you're a school bus driver, I worry deeply for the children that are around you. And the final straw, hitting on someone who already was in a relationship. Assisting this hit with saying, "I love kids." Absolutely disgusting. On behalf of the Project Blue moderation team, get the f out of this community. After doing the quickest bit of research just there for the video, I've found out that Project Blue are actually the owners of Donation Central, which is one of the games that Azuri Simone was banned from. And from that, I was able to find this final screenshot that I feel is the final nail in the coffin for this entire situation. Ryan, who's owner of the game, put out a tweet basically saying that he won't be renewing his Roblox membership because of the ongoing situation with Slep, to which Azuri decided it would be very smart to reply, "Shut up." I'm not even gonna lie, I think that post might have hurt her because she herself is a predator. But yeah, that's all we've really got to talk about today, guys. The situation itself is truly disgusting and it genuinely shakes me to the core. Now, there's a really good book out there for you to read, and it's by George Orwell, and no, it isn't 1984. It's actually called Animal Farm, and the book basically goes in detail about a group of farm animals that came together to revolt against their human farmers and take control of the farm. Now, there's a quote in here that I've picked out that I feel is relevant to Roblox in 2025, and that quote goes, "The human beings did not hate Animal Farm any less now that it was prospering. Indeed, they hated it more than ever."